everyone, happy Tuesday. We have a great show for you today. It's our Technique Tuesday and we're focusing all on our fantastic craft wire. And not just that, but we have the most exciting news because we have two brand new downloadable templates for you for Easter and for all your Mother's Day craft wire projects. It is going to be such a fantastic show. My name is Natalie Eagleton. I'm going to be the host for this hour. Lovely Jess is producing the show. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning.
And over in the demonstration station, the crafting queen herself, it is Stacey.
Hi.
Stacey, I've not seen you in so long.
I know, they let me back.
Everyone, I think it's so good that you're doing this as well, though, because for those who don't know, Stacey is the one who fully designed all of the craft wire templates and created the fantastic craft wire template book for you all. And I think you'll agree, if you've got it at home, that it is so easy and simple to follow. So we have the queen. You're now going to be the queen of craft wire. That's what I've decided.
Oh, thanks.
The queen of craft wire. We're going to do a bit of a technique-y show. We're going to show you our brand new products that we have for you, and we're going to recap because if you've already got this home, you might want more of the wire. You might want another template book to gift to a friend. I mean, this bundle price is crazy as well when we get to it, so you are going to love it. We are here to show you our wire wizardry, in-depth how-tos and a whole load of crafty chat. So if you've got messages, if you've got comments, if you've got things that you would like help with in terms of your craft wire, comment on the page and hopefully we'll be able to read through them out and get you your answers. But before we get to this fantastic show, let's have a look at this week's Win It Weekly. How fitting is this? It's another fantastic prize that Stacey's designed.
It's just a day of me.
It's a day of Stacey. It really is. This is our brand incredible fussy cutting pad bundle. You get 90 sheets in here, and they are designed in such a fun way. So you'll be able to see there that you have the incredible template that you can follow with your craft knife, cut them out, and they give you laser look feels. Now, these are all sort of in reverse. So once you finish your fussy cutting, you can turn that over and you will have perfect white lines on all of your designs. It's really cool. We've got sentiments in here, we've got flowers, we've got all sorts of goodies. You're going to get your 8x8 pad, which I absolutely love, for all of your cutting, and then you're also going to get your craft knife. It's a really cool bundle. The question this week as well is quite incredible. The largest collection of stickers is made up of how many? Is it A, 102,317? Is it B, 87,471? Or is it C, 134,893? How many stickers make up the largest collection? Like, share and comment for your chance to win, and we'll announce the winners on Friday's show. Right, are you ready for this masterclass? Because we have some great things to show you. First up though, have a look at the craft wire and pliers ultimate bundle, because this is going to blow your socks off. And if you haven't already got it, this incredible collection, which you're going to get home, has everything you need to be able to start your craft wire journey. You've got that incredible craft wire template book, which has 193 templates for you that you can just follow around with your wire to create shapes, words, letters, numbers. You've also gonna get in here a huge amount of wire. There is 45 meters in craft wire in total. You're gonna get your essentials pack, you're gonna get that bright festive pack, and you're also gonna get your pastels as well. Each color has 3 meters of wire included, and then you've got your incredible tools to go with that book as well. All of this, £24.95. It's such an incredible deal. If you are a Diamond Club member, that's £22.48. However, if you've already got your ultimate bundle, maybe you're wanting to stock up on some other things. Maybe you're wanting to get someone else into crafting. If you want to, you can get your craft wire template book, which is filled with so many incredible things. You've got the whole of the alphabet in here in uppercase and lowercase. You've got loads of bits in the beginning for information that you will need. It's jam-packed full with templates and inspiration. You've got some already made up words for you, and then you've got your numbers as well. Basic shapes that you can use in lots of different ways, maybe to decorate your cards, create backgrounds. We've got flowers and the stems as well, so you can make big blooms with those. We've also got for you your flutterbys, birds and more in here. We've got your pets and giant favourites such as your elephants, your dinosaurs, your horses. We've then got your incredible celebrations and occasions. You can have a look at the hobbies and interest templates. And then we've also got extra additional techniques and bits and pieces that will help you along your crafting wire journey. So that is your book. It's $5.99, which is such a fantastic price. Maybe you're wanting to get more pliers so you can do this with a friend. Then you can get your pliers as well for £11.99. So you've got your flat nose pliers, which have that really nice grip on. You've got your round nose pliers, and you've got your wire cutters included in that one as well. But the best thing that you can buy today to add to your baskets is, of course, your craft wire multi-buy. So this is your extra wire. So if you want an extra 45 meters, you can buy your multi-buy wire for £11.97. It's going to give you 45 meters in total, and all of those fantastic colours are going to be included for you. So let's go straight over to Stacey for a little bit more information about the craft wire, how to use the wire, bending techniques and bits and pieces like that, and we'll read some of your comments out as well.
Thanks, Nat.
You're welcome.
So I thought I'd just show you the handbook first. I don't know whether, yep. So you've got all these are explanation about all what's included. This includes how to actually use the templates, because when we get to it, if I just skim to a page, you have these little dots. Now it's, if I lift it up first, you have these tiny little dots and you get numbers as well. So this is where you start, and then all the way around you've got arrows, so you can just follow it. And then you've got numbers where you need to do sharp bends. So that is how easy the templates are to read. And then we've got a bit about the tools. So this is the bit that we're going to go through in a little bit more depth. Just so then anybody that isn't quite sure can ask any questions to Nat, and she can read them out. So you've got your cutters first. So these obviously cut your wire. Really easy to use. You just hold them in whichever hand you want, and I would always recommend that you cut away from you. So basically just the smallest bit that you're going to cut off, have that facing down, basically just because sometimes it can fly off and you don't want that to go into your face or your eyes or anything like that. But that's the main use of those ones. Then we have the round nose and you have the flat nose, and how you can tell them apart is obviously the handle colours, but also because these have the round, they're like cylinders that go smaller, almost like cones, whereas these have a flat edge. They've got little grips on them, so then you can grip your wire, but these are also great for crimping. And then these ones are great for your bends, your coils. If you use them right at the end, you get tighter coils. If you use your wire further up, you get slightly bigger coils. So that's why you've got 3 different sets of tools. Now also in the book we go through different types of glue. The only thing that we haven't put on here, which we've obviously recently discovered, is your amazing tape runners. So I've got the normal sort of solid one, and then I've also got the little dots, and I think I use both, but I think I tend towards the... I
think there's preferences. It really depends on, you know, how comfortable you are with using it. I think I use the dotty one quite a bit more, but I think Kat uses the full tape runner when she's using hers. So there's lots of different choice, personal choice really. So try all the different techniques out and you'll find one that's comfortable for you.
I think with this one, sometimes you get like a little bit extra come
Yes.
off. But that can also go in your favour because that little bit extra you can kind of move around.
Yeah.
Whereas the dots, obviously, they're so tiny that you're not going to get that extra bit of adhesive to move around. So then also in the book, we go on to curves, and I thought that we'd start really easily with just showing you the different types of curves and the crimping and things like that. So let's go in with one we've opened because that would be easier. So it comes on a really big roll like this, and all I do is, rather than cut a piece off, it's personal preference, but I like to bend it as I go.
Yeah.
So then I've always got enough. Otherwise you don't want to run out, especially if you're doing something like words.
Yeah.
So the first one is the large curves. Now all that is, you don't need any tools for that. If you, let's say we're following a template, you hold it and then you literally just bend it with your finger and your thumb, and you can get big curves, you can get large curves, you know, bend it and pinch.
Yeah.
You get lots of different types of curves and edges. The next one is your sharp bends. So let's just cut this bit off. So I like to hold both with my fingers. I know that not every, and then you know that it's not actually going to fly everywhere.
It's very true. It's a good tip there, Stacey.
So sharp bends. So it says that we recommend our flat nose pliers, which is obviously our green pair. And what this is you hold your wire where you want the bend to be. I hold it quite, let's just move that out of the way. See, I'm doing purple on purple again. Let's grab a piece of that. There you go. So I like to hold it right at the end, but you can hold it further up. It's just that this is the smallest end of your pliers, which means that when you bend this bit down, you can bend it against the tool and you get that really sharp bend. Now what you can then do is then go in and crimp it. And it's literally just a case of putting your pliers over it and crimping together, pressing down.
Now that's a great technique to know for when you're wanting to do those words like your N's and your M's, anything that you've got to like go back on yourself with.
Definitely,
because that's going to give you those sharpest points.
So this is your sharp bend, and then we've done the bend and crimp as well, so it shows you the step by steps, really easy to do, and what the end result is as well. And then your tight coils. So this one we would recommend your round nose pliers. So let's grab that. Let's cut this off again. So round nose pliers. For a tight coil, hold it right at the end of your craft wire, of your pliers I mean, and then bend whichever way. You can bend it this way, you can bend this bit, it depends on which bit you want to do, but you basically just roll it all the way around and you can push it against and then pull it out, and then you've got that really tight curl.
It looks
there.
so good, doesn't it, when it's that sort of sharp on there.
Then in the same, if you want to then do a bigger one, so obviously you can see that I've now moved my wire around, so I've now got the other end that I'm working with. You do the same again, you can move your wrist, you can move, you know, you can hold it and then swap hands if you want to. So you do this, and then you've got that bigger coil.
There's so many really important reasons why we need to know these little techniques.
Definitely.
Because they really help when, you know, bending the wire and creating your flower shapes and anything that's got these nice curves in or sharp edges. So it's really important to sort of get your wire out and play with it at first to understand those sort of like bends and how it works and feels in your hands, because it is really soft. It's an aluminium wire. So it's great for being able to bend and move with your hands freely.
Definitely.
But to get those really tight edges that you will need for when you're doing some of these letters, it is really great to get that understanding of how your wire works, how to bend it correctly to be able to get your bits and pieces ready.
So you can see the slightly large coils here. You can see on the eye we've done the really tight coil and then cut it off, so you've got that dot. these bits like this, you're probably going to do that tight coil and then slightly crimp it together. So there's lots of different ways that you can amend your coils as well. So what I thought we'd start with is actually showing you how to do a word.
Nice.
Now this is part of our brand new digital downloads
It
for
is.
Easter.
We've got 2 brand new digital downloads that we're going to be showing you a little bit later on, but they have Stacey's fantastically designed words that you will use instead of having to go back and through your book. So this is one of those words that we've got in there.
And the good thing about this is it also teaches you how to amend these templates to work with different words and connecting them. So you'll see, if I get the S out, the S on this one starts at the top and it follows the S round and then comes back on itself. Now, you don't necessarily always want it to do that. So if I place that over the top, you can see this time we're going from the bottom all the way up and we go in a coil and then back to the T. So that's how you amend the templates to suit your needs as well.
Linda says I bought 2 sets, one for me and one for a friend. I love the wire bending. Mine have been dispatched. Hopefully they'll be delivered soon, says Sue.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I know.
So when you purchase a download, obviously Natalie will go through that in more detail, but you'll get this cover sheet. And it basically just tells you what you need, which obviously we've been through. It tells you how to use the templates, tells you how the template book that we've just been through for all your top tips and guides. And then you get straight into these really nice pre-made words. And you can see that we've got the Easter right there. So we're going to do the Easter because then I can show you as we go along the actual different techniques.
Midge and another comment as well said, are we going to be doing wire straightening pliers with the silicone tips? It's not something that we have in our sort of plan at the moment, but we can definitely have a look into that for you. I think there's different techniques that both me and Stacey do with the wires, with the pliers that we have at the moment to straighten the wire out. I was making a card yesterday and completely missed out a letter, which I've done a number of times now.
You have.
So then I have to like unwrap the wire, straighten it out so I can get that better length. So we'll run through some of those bits and pieces with you as well, but we will pass that suggestion on.
So these templates are really easy to use. All I've done is printed them off in A4. There's no need for tweaking or anything like that. That's just how they come. And they've got little dotted guides as well, the same as the handbook, which means that as you go, you can tweak and make sure that it's all in a line. So, as I said earlier, I keep it on the roll. So I've got my end here. I straighten it out just so then I've got a little bit of leeway. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place the end onto that number 1. I'm going to hold it with a finger because then I'm going to do it with my thumb because then we're going to bend it using that first bending technique, which was the bend it between your fingers for the larger curves. And then I know that my hands are covering what I'm doing, but if you want, you can also hold it with your craft pliers and bend it that way. It's totally up to you. Then we come to our first bend. Now, it's quite a tight coil. You can see that there's not much of an inside.
No.
So I would probably go with right at the end of my round nose pliers, hold it where you want the actual coil to be. Then you lift it from your page because it's much easier to work with. Bend it round on your actual pliers. So I've got my first coil there. Is that in focus? Yeah.
Yeah.
Place it back down and then make sure that there's nothing else that you want to tweak on that first bit.
I think that's a really important tip as well. Like, you don't have to hold it and do all the workings on there. I find it very easy to sort of like follow it round, but then for like my tight bends or anything else, lift it off the paper because it's easier for you to do. Loads and loads of love for the new downloads that we've got. Thank you all so much for your little purchases. Stephen says, good morning, watching from the pharmacy, ordered the new downloads. We're loving to hear that. They are fantastic and so easy to use as well.
So this is our next sort of technique. So we've come to the top of our A, and then it says here 2. So that's meaning our first really sharp bend. So place it where you want the sharp bend. Again, lift it from your page. And then what you want to do is you want to actually go back on yourself.
Yep.
So rather than bending it sideways, you're bending it back like this. Yeah. Because then you can crimp it and you don't actually get the wide, let me just grab this. You don't get that wide bend.
No.
You get the bend behind, which gives you almost like a crisp look,
Yeah.
a crisp edge.
Especially with your words, because it just makes them easier to read.
Yeah, and it just makes it look neater as well, I think. So what we now need to do, now we've put it back on, we need to go back on ourselves and back round here. So I will probably lift it up and use my thumb against the bit that I've already done. Yeah, try to make sure it's in focus each time. Use my thumb and then just bend it, because your thumb is always going to sit against that wire that you've already done.
Mm-hmm.
So then that means that you've got that aligned. Go back down to your template and then you can start bending it again. Then we come to the number 3 and we want to do the same technique that we've literally just done. So we're going to go in there and we're going to go back on ourselves again and then crimp.
I love the fact that we've done this show, because it just means we can go through all of these techniques really slowly and you can really see how to get the best from this. Linda says, I learned this 20 years ago, but I found it really difficult. This wire is so soft and easy to bend. I love it so much. I bought a kit for my friend who is a cake maker so she can make her own cake toppers.
That is perfect, because you actually made one, didn't you?
We did make the cake toppers, and you know how much we love Easter here at Hunky Dory. Becca's always making Easter cakes. Easter is Becca's favourite thing, and I was just thinking how cute it would be to have a little hoppy Easter cake topper with some of those bunnies on that we've got in this new downloads.
Definitely.
It would look awesome.
So this is where the S changes from the handbook, because you're going up this time instead of down the S. I know that Anne said you could use low tack tape to keep this in place, but I personally prefer to use my fingers to keep it in place as I'm working, because you're constantly lifting your wire up and down. It
depends kind of like how you're doing it and how you find it more comfortable. Maybe it is that you want to sort of sit your design on the page and sort of follow that shape around, or it's like Stacey's doing, you wanting to lift it up. So it depends what kind of movement. If you are using your low tack tape, remember you can sort of like lift that off and place it back down. It's completely up to you. I love how this one works out though. Just to let you know, I am having a bit of trouble with the iPad, so if you give me a little minute, I am trying to get up the videos so we can read out your comments.
So we just carry on following the arrows, following the numbers with the bending techniques, and you will notice as well, this is a massive top tip, it does not have to be exactly the same.
No, it does not. And I think once you overcome that it does not need to look exactly the same, or it does not have to follow, you know, that stretch, or that E doesn't have to be really, really tight if you don't want it to be. Once you've sort of overcome that, you'll enjoy working with this craft wire so much more.
Yeah, I think I know I'm quite a perfect crafter. I like things to be.
That's a good word to use.
I like things to look how
it's supposed
I maybe see them. You know, if I see a card that maybe I want to follow in the magazines and things like that, I want it to be exactly the same. Whereas actually, there's something quite nice about this because
every time you do it, it's going to be unique.
it is, and you're going to give it to somebody, and then you give somebody else something, and it'll be totally different because you've made it by hand, and it doesn't have to be exact. So, another top tip, my bend is a little bit too, for me, it comes down a bit too far. So what I'm going to do is go in with my flat pliers and just give it a little bit of a pinch, because then it moves it up without having to do the bend. Now I've actually done this backwards. What I should have done is gone round that way, but it's fine. We can tweak this. This is how, again. I
absolutely love this comment, Stacey, on YouTube. It's from, let me see. It's from Pammy. Is Stacey someone new? She's a great teacher. Unfortunately, Stacey is probably about as old as the building.
Yeah.
We just don't let her out that often. Stacey is our stamp and die designer, so she's in charge of all your stamps, all your dies, all of your craft wire templates as well. Now it's Stacey's job, so normally she's just too busy and we can't get her out of a chair. she just doesn't like to come, but she is a really great person to follow. Hopefully we'll get her back for more shows, shall we? We'll try that one, Pammy.
I'm usually really busy making the cards as well for the
this is true,
the die packaging. So
Hannah said, my wire kit finally arrived at the weekend. Last night I made a dinosaur, but that's been the extent of my playing. It's a start, Hannah. Now, once you've got all of the incredible new templates we've got today as well, and you absolutely love sort of using this and working it around, it will be so much fun.
So that's the one that we've just made, and obviously we've tweaked the E as well because I did it the wrong way. I didn't follow the template, my own template. But what you can do is you can then adjust it if you want to align it a little bit more, but you can see how the one, oh, I've dropped it now. Don't even know where I've left it. It's gone. You can see how easy that is to read. You can then make these templates bigger or smaller if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That hopefully explains all the different bending techniques.
Nice, Stacey. Yeah. It worked very well, that one. Shall we have a look at those brand new templates then? We're going to start off with our Mother's Day bundle, and as we've got a lot of links in the comments from the guys, so thank you very much for that, telling you exactly where you can find them on the website. Each bundle is £3.99, £3.59 if you are a member of the Diamond Club. All you have to do is be logged on. It's really important that you're logged on to your account. If you're not a member of Hunky Dory already, don't worry. All you need to do is give us your email address, and you will automatically become a member of Club Hunky Dory, and you're going to get 5% off all your orders as well. So all you need to do, give us your email address, log on. Once you're logged into your account, if you type in craft wire templates,
or just
on
templates,
the website,
I think.
or just templates, and they're going to come up. You'll obviously have the incredible craft wire book up on there, and then you will see both the bundles, the Mother's Day and the Easter one as well. You just need to click on that. You will then purchase that, whether you purchase it alone or purchase it as part of a larger order, and then if you go onto your accounts section on your on the website, click on the little drop down, there'll be a downloads bit. If you click onto that, you'll be able to access these files. We are going to do a video for you as well after the show to show you exactly how you can find them. On your 2 order emails that you get as well about your confirmation and your dispatch email, it will also have links to be able to download these templates. But the first one is our Mother's Day bundle. It has 18 templates in this fantastic PDF format. And like Stacey says, it comes here, our printer's gone a little bit funny, it comes here, it tells you how to use the templates and what you will need to be able to use the templates, and then we have got for you 3 pages of incredible templates that are so handy to use. The first one is probably my favourite. It has all of these really fun, cool elements on. So you have the teacup, which it says you can pair with the teapot, sorry, it says pair with the teacup from the craft wire template to make some really cool cards, which is something that we've done here. You've also got the wine bottle. We've got this super cool sort of photo holder that you could be making and gifting to your mum or your nan. You can also pair that with some of the shapes that we've got, the basic shapes to make the bases for it. We've got the gorgeous daffodil, a little bumblebee. And then I think this one is my favourite. It's the little heart here, and it says, make as many or as few hearts as possible to represent a mum or a nan and their children and grandchildren. It's so cute, Stace.
I know.
I think you've done such a good mix of sort of designs here with this one.
I just wanted to be quite personal as well.
Yeah, and I think that's what Craft Wire gives you, doesn't it? You can be personal, you can make it personal, your sentiments can be personal, so you've got that on one of your first pages, and then the other two pages are really fun. We'll start with this one first of all, because this one is the one that we'll all be going to straight away. So you can see there, you've got the 5 different phrases. What I love about this is how transformative this can be. If you don't want mummy, you want mum, then stop at that third M. Same if you want to say mom instead of mum, you can do the M-O from the mothers and then go up to the little M on here, so we can move that around. Your nanny as well, we can stop at nan if you want to. Grandma, we've got granny in there for you too. Obviously if you have very specific names or words that you use to describe your parents or grandparents, then you can use the Craft Wire template book to recreate your names in that way. Then we've also got on here the little icons as well. These are fantastic as ornaments, Stace.
Definitely.
They are so good. Add a little bit of wire to the top, and you've got the M, you've got the N, and you've got the G. You've also got the heart as well. If you wanted to be really fun with this, you could actually then use your Craft Wire template book. You could resize by scanning these in to make your wire smaller, and you could put a name across the middle of here.
Definitely, yeah.
Which would look really cute. You've also got super for if you want a super nan, or you've got number 1 for those number 1 mums out there. So 18 templates included in this bundle specifically for Mother's Day. You can grab those on the website right now and get crafting straight away with your Craft Wire bundle. Go to hunkydorycrafts.co.uk. Again, just type in templates, it will take you to the page. You have to be logged in to be able to purchase these, but fantastic diamond price there of £3.59 for some very specific templates. And should I show you some of the cards that me and Bex made yesterday? Because we had
they're so good, they're amazing.
So much fun with this one. Like,
you and Bex just loved all day yesterday.
All day. I love it. If someone says, do you want to play with a wire? I'm like, yes. We might be able to show you on this camera as well, because this one's a little bit more close up. This one is one of the beautiful boxes that Bex made. You could fill this with sweet treats or maybe fudge or biscuits for Nana. And then it's got the hearts on there representing all of the children and grandchildren. Such a sweet card. Again, you could be personalising by popping names across these if you wanted to, or maybe little initials with inside those hearts to represent all the different grandchildren, children that you've got. This one as well. This template that I'm about to show you is actually from our Easter one, but it shows how we can mix and match them together. Look at this. We'll show you on this one. Look at the sheep. It's the best thing ever. And of course, we've still got our On Mothering Sunday die available for you if you want to grab that. But how absolutely adorable is that one? We've also got the Super Mum here, mixing and matching those two colours, a little bit of parchment so you can really read those words over that gorgeous design there. I had lots of fun being punny.
You did.
So we've got this one, wind down this Mother's Day for all of those. I also thought you could have something like you deserve the wine, or
I'd stick with that one.
It's good though, isn't it? You could put so many fantastic sentiments.
But you can see how the wine bottle fits with your glass.
It fits perfectly
from your template book.
That one as well, I'll show you, because we've got some. The next one I'm going to show you, I've done this with as well. So you can see here on this page, you've got the wine glass down here. This is on your hobbies and interests. And then you've got the little teacup as well, which works really nicely with the teapot. And for that one, We've got a terrific grandma. Super, super cute. Layered up onto some of our Duo Design paper pads just to really add that sort of like a China effect to the designs here. So that is your Mother's Day bundle, brand new today. You can go online, download that right now and get crafting with it. Let's remind you of the Win It Weekly question before we go back to Stacey for our next demo. It's a good one this week. Our Fussy Cutting Pad bundle, you get the pad, you also get your mini cutting mat and your craft knife. 5 lucky winners, you need to answer this question. The largest collection of stickers is made up of how many? A, B or C? Like, share and comment for your chance to win and we'll announce the winner on Friday. Back to you, Stace.
I love a good sticker.
I'm going to craft along at the same time, but I do need to remember that I need to read out some comments too.
So, because Natalie's shown you the Mother's Day, we're going to do the daffodil. Because it's just iconic this time of the year.
I think so. Have you seen them already? It's been quite chilly for daffodils, but I've seen quite a few.
No, but I've seen a few little buds coming up. So they're definitely on the way. So we're going to use our gold. That is part of our festive range.
Nice.
This lovely gold. Because it's just the perfect colour for the daffodils. So I'm going to show you how to do the daffodil itself, and then we're going to actually turn this into a card this time.
Nice.
So I've lost all my pliers already. This is a good start to the day. Okay, so we're going to stretch that wire out again. So we've got plenty to play with. We're going to start on the number 1, which is here. And I'm going to hold it in place. We've got a nice big bend to start with that we're going to pinch round.
I think lots of people are purchasing both these bundles today. It's kind of equal for which one has been as popular as both at the moment. But people are definitely adding these to their baskets. I'm not surprised why. If you've already got your craft wire, then these are 2 fantastic downloadable bundles that are perfect for Mother's Day and for Easter, and they are going to give you more designs, more templates to be able to get having fun with your craft wire.
So you might have seen there isn't actually a number here for this sharp bend, but just to get that crisp one, I did bend it slightly with the flat nose pliers and then almost like unbent it just to get that slightly 90-degree angle. Then these quite big bends, so we're going in just with our fingers and we're going round. Again, I'm following this template really loosely. It does not have to be exact at all.
Angela said the daffodil would work great for St. David's Day as well. It definitely would.
So I don't want a really tight bend. I just want the shape of the point at the end of the petal. So I'm just going to pinch it ever so slightly, making sure that my head's not in the way. And then we're going to come around here, and then we've got a coil, so we are going to grab our round nose pliers, hold it in place where you want the coil, lift it up and bend that all the way around your pliers.
It's so easy to follow and see how simple it is to get these points, to get these bends. I think next time we do the craft wire show, Stacey, you need to do it.
The craft wire show?
Yeah, next time we do a big craft wire launch, we're just going to have to get you back.
I will put it in my schedule. So again, as we come here, we've got another coil. And the reason why we do coils for things like this rather than sharp bends is I think they just look nicer.
I think with your flowers as well, it's really quite creative, isn't it? So it gives you a better finished look, especially with the wire design that we have going on here.
What are you crafting, Nat?
I am doing the N, but not for a nan, just for a Nat.
Just because you wanted to?
Just for me. So I've just followed that shape around there. This one was super quick to do though. And then I'm just going to quickly trim that off there so it fits. Get my, there we go. And then I'm just going to
You
bend
finished
this round
already?
so it fits. Yeah,
Check you out.
I know. That was a good one though, because lots of really easy bends that you can do with that one. I was already halfway through before I did that one though. What other one should I do? I just love how fun they are.
Trying to clip it without clipping
The whole thing.
without clipping the other end of it. Right, and then you can see, because I've manhandled it a little bit, I have just rearranged it. I'm just gonna.
And I wouldn't be scared. I wouldn't be scared about that happening either, because it is, especially with all the bends and the turns you've got in this design, it is easier to just do them and then sort of reshape it into place following that guide that you've got. But look how cute it looks.
And then you've got that.
It's absolutely adorable.
What we're going to do is make this into a nice Mother's Day card. So I've already prepped some of the stuff because we are doing the craft wire today, so I didn't want to spend too long with the card itself. So we're actually going to do an acetate card. So I've done my acetate so it's a 5x7 card. So I've done it 5x8 and then scored it at 1 inch and put high tack tape on it. I've done it this way around so then you don't see the workings, because what I'm going to do is add this so you'll never see that. And this paper is from I brought it in so I don't forget.
I love this pad.
Bright Blooms and Trailing Leaves pad, which I think is perfect for this time of the year.
It is, isn't it? So many cool patterns, and it works so well for crafting cards with your craft wire. There's been some cards that the design team have been working on recently as well, and we've absolutely loved the use of the craft wire for the sentiments on some of those cards. So it is something that you can definitely be using with your toppers, with your dies, with your stamps.
Yeah. So then this for me is a little bit bright because I wanted to put this on top and I wanted it to stand off a little bit more than it is. So I've got some yellow parchment and this is going to go over the top, and you can see how that just mutes it down. You can see if I pull it down how it just mutes the pattern a little bit and mutes the colour. So I'm going to go in with my dots just because they're a little bit lighter than the other ones. And then for the front of it, so we bring that back down. For the front of the acetate, I've gone in with the darker green and cut a frame using the trimmer. And it's slightly smaller. I'm guessing it's probably about...
I think it's 2 notches below.
Yeah. So we can stick that on with our tape runner, which I still think is absolutely amazing.
I think it's so good for using with your acetate as well, especially for stuff like this, because it's so less obvious.
Yeah. It's also great for demoing live.
Oh,
because you don't want to watch me trying to get
off. So much more quicker.
Trying to get tape off. So we're going to stick that on the front of the acetate. And then we've got that nice little window. And then this is the next technique. So what we're going to do is, because I didn't bring my other parchment in, did I? So I will just, I'm sure I did though.
I thought you did.
No, it'll be somewhere. I'll find it after the show. So on a piece of parchment, place your daffodil on a piece of parchment, draw around it with a little bit of a pencil. It doesn't even show either. But what it means is, let me line this up again. That way. So this one I've literally just drawn around and then cut it out under the line.
Yep.
So you will never see the pencil mark.
No.
And then it doesn't even have to be exact. I actually quite like it with it's almost like a watercolour effect.
Absolutely, yeah.
So then what we can do is we can stick this down directly onto the parchment. I would use the dots. Now what the top tip is for gluing, you don't need glue on it all. You need glue on the bits that are actually going to touch, so that you can see this bit is raised and this bit underneath you would never ever stick onto the parchment. So you actually only need glue
on the
on
top
this little bit,
ridges.
and probably this bit, and that's it. So, let's...
Viv says, I haven't bought this yet. It is super cool and it looks brilliant on the different projects. Viv, you need to purchase this.
You do.
You will absolutely love it. It is so, so cool. It's so worth the 20, is it £24? The £24.98 that you're buying for this whole collection. Because once you start, it is a craft that you can't stop. And I'm telling you that from experience.
What you can do is, if you've got a craft knife, you can
go around those
trim
areas.
that round. I'm going to leave it like that because I actually prefer it looser. Because then when you place it on here, we've also done the stem that comes with it. So we're going to stick this on here. And then Natalie very kindly helped me yesterday with some of the prep. She cut out the happy on Mothering Sunday out of foam and then out of gold mirror, which matches that perfectly. We're going to place it onto here. So let's...
Viv says, I know I need it. You do. Think about all the personalised cards you can make. Think about all the collections you've got. And you can add a name on it or a piece to it. It will look so, so cool.
The other thing is,
we absolutely love it.
We actually have a friend, she's on maternity leave at the moment, but she's allergic to chocolate. So when it comes to Easter, I always struggle to know what to get her. But this would be perfect.
This would be really perfect.
A little like, you know, like a little home decor piece.
It is a great place to start as well, because if £24.95 is a little bit too much for you, then what you can do is you can get your craft wire at £11.95, and then you can buy one of the little bundles and try it out as well. Remember, you can get your pliers as well separately, so your pliers are £11.99. So if we think about it though, we're already at £24 anyway, so your book is practically free. So getting the bundle is the best option, and then adding on your craftable templates that you can download that are themed for the events that we've got coming up in the calendar. It's just super, super fun. This is looking excellent, Stacey.
And then I haven't brought my entire craft trolley in. I probably should have, but I'd probably add some gemstones or something.
I think your pearl gemstones would look epic on that. Look how cute this is. And it works so well. And you're using it with acetate here, you're using it with Duo Design paper pads here. We're using and building all of that stuff that we have in our stash. It's absolutely glorious. Myra says, beautiful Mother's Day card, a bright and spring. Absolutely lovely. Jackie says, yep, I'm allergic to chocolate too. So to get anything for Easter would be great. Well, treat yourself to this.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. Now, if you love the Mother's Day bundle as much as we do, you're not going to be able to not put this in your basket, because this one is absolutely adorable. Again, £3.99. You can get it off the website. You need to be logged onto your account. This is our Hoppy Easter bundle. Now, this bundle is the most adorable thing you'll ever see, and it's just this first page. Look at this. It's absolutely, when I first saw this, I didn't know what was my favourite. I mean, I love the carrot, but look at this. Look at the little head. Look at the little chicken.
I know, it's just, all of it is just adorable.
If you're watching in America, Thanksgiving, this will look incredible. You've got the little duck as well. I love how you've put these super cool borders in that you can do for all your extra other bits and pieces. We've got 2 bunny rabbits. Of course, we've got that 3rd bunny in the book if you want to be able to use that. You've got the carrot there as well. On the next page, this one is one of our favourites. So you've got the nesting eggs, so you can make those as big or as small as you want to. We've also got this egg here that you can make in 2 separate halves, or Anne-Marie actually sort of bent her wire and just carried on with the top one, so she had like an opened egg.
She did, yeah.
We've got the gorgeous little Easter basket here, so you could be making this, lining this on some paper or parchment and then popping your smaller eggs inside. But look at this showstopper. Have you ever seen anything more adorable in your life? And honestly, it looks super cute. Let me get that Mother in Sunday card again so you can see. Look at that. It's so cute. It looks absolutely awesome. And again, not just for card making, but home decor projects. Maybe you're making some Easter bunting and you're going to be doing your bunnies, you're going to do your sheep, you're going to do your chick, and you're going to have them along some ribbon to decorate the house with. They're absolutely adorable. You've also got this border strip here, which you can make as long or as short as you want to decorate your design. So again, you've got your nesting eggs, you've got the cracked egg, you've got your Easter basket, and then you've also got your sheep on this one. And then your words we've got for you, Hoppy, we've got Easter, like Stacey showed you, so you could have Hoppy Easter. We've got Easter blessings. We've got an Easter treat. We've also got tweet Easter blessings, potentially.
I also had, I think in the book, there's wishes.
Yeah,
Tweet
so you
wishes.
could put tweet wishes to use with your birds or your chicks or whichever you choose to. So this is your Hoppy Easter bundle, £3.99. This one has 21 different templates included within it, but an absolutely awesome selection of downloads for you to add to your baskets. And again, the cards that we have and bits that we have made are phenomenal. This is just the sweetest. We've got Easter blessings, and we've got this on a little plaque. Bex has made this one using her nesting dies as well, so adding that Easter egg into the background. Look at this one. The chick is just my favourite. She's got two My Cool Chick on there. Absolutely adorable with that orange mirror card there just to add into the background. We've got Happy Easter. Really sweet there with that Easter egg. You can see how Anne-Marie just carried it on. I can show you on this one here. So Anne-Marie started at the bottom, went all the way around, and then brought this a little bit further up so she could carry on that Easter egg to have it in one piece. So totally up to you depending on how you were going to do it. And then we thought, because it's Easter, you'll obviously need some bits and pieces, so we did this little personalized Easter bag, so you could obviously gift this. We've got a little name on there so you can tell all the grandchildren and children apart and whose is for who. So you've got Easter, you've got the gorgeous little bunny there and all the little Easter eggs at the bottom. And then because we think that home decor is going to be where this one is at, I got a little crazy with the carrots.
Look,
I told you they were my favourite.
It is.
You can also see on this one here, this super cool wire has got a very fun technique on. Now I wonder how we've created that one. We might visit that one in a minute. But let's go back over to Stacey for another little recap. What are you doing this time, Stace?
Well, just thought I'd start on. It's just a really quick demo. This one that I wanted to show you how to. So we've got the love, and we've got this little coil of hearts. Now on the template, it actually says to start at this end, which is fine. We make this lovely love.
I mean, you could pop that into a bit of air dry clay.
Yeah, you
could make a little wooden box for it to sit in.
But this, I'm actually doing it backwards. So I started this end and I'm going this way. And the reason why we're doing this is we're going to add a base onto it using our basic shapes, because you're probably wondering why we've just put some basic shapes when you could just, you know, what are they for? But basic shapes are great, and it just means that you don't have to like draw them, you don't have to cut them out.
Yeah. Michelle says, oh, those bunnies are adorable. They absolutely are. They're so cute. Jackie says, I love the sheep. So adorable. Karen says the one with the back, its back to us needs a little tiny pom-pom added on his tail.
It does.
Absolutely. Toby says, I got craft wire years ago and I've never used it. I've got to have a go now.
So I'm doing this really quickly, so it's probably not as neat as I would do it if I was doing it at home. But it's the technique that I wanted to show you rather than me doing the perfect love. So this is why you need to, personally, I think that you should work on the coil, because when we get to this point, can tweak it a little bit. So you've got your love template there, and then we're going to bring the book into it. And we're going to go to our basic shapes. And there are some absolutely amazing models in here, just using the basic shapes. Just using, you know, all the way around as the thing, using it as scrapbook, using it as backgrounds. You can just use basic shapes for so much. But what we're going to do is add, because it's obviously got love hearts on the end, we're going to add in our base using the love hearts. So we need to measure how long we want it first. So I'd say I probably want this much before it bends. So then grab your pliers, and obviously you want it this way round, so it's standing up. And then you're going to work that way, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then we just need to decide what size. I'd probably go with the biggest one.
I think I'd go with the biggest one.
And it just where you want it. If you want it in the middle, that's fine. I'd probably bend it the other way. Let's do that. Actually show you how to do it. So we're going to bend it the other, have it in the middle. So we're going to go up to the top
here. Do you think this is where you might be able to make use of your low tack tape?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, you probably still want.
Oh, you still want that
a little bit of movement, yeah. I'm going to hold it in place. I'm going to bend it round because it's quite a nice shape. The heart's quite a nice large curve. We're going to bring it down to the bottom. Hold it again because there's a little bit of a sharp corner.
If anyone has any questions they want to ask about the best way to do anything with their craft wire, please let us know. We'll be able to answer your questions.
So then once we get to the top, we've got the little base. I'll just move all of this. So we've got the base. Let's just put a white background on. And you can either go around a few times, so you've got a stable base, you could put some air dry clay in, but I'm just going to cut it off here. Then you probably need to just manipulate it a little bit, just so it stands really nice and evenly. But
I think you just have to bend it around, don't you? But
yeah.
Look how cool that is.
Then,
absolutely adorable. I think great for any anniversaries as well, you know. I think you should just put a picture of me in there, Stace.
I know. Well, it's obviously a little bit wonky because I did this really quickly and I've not fixed it.
But I like it. I like
obviously you go in afterwards and you tweak it all, but then your little picture will fit in perfectly.
Absolutely love that. It's so cute, and that's a great example of what as well how you could do. You could change the word love for one of your words like mummy or mum or nan. So you can just sort of do the heart, bring it down, and then go backwards with your word, and then do that base on the end as well. So great for using with all of your words that we have in the collection too. Right, let's have a little recap of what we've got on today's show, because not only have we got you 2 brand new downloadable templates to be able to use with your craft wire, but of course we have that ultimate bundle available for you again. I do have to let you know though, I think there's probably less than maybe 100 of these available at the moment, because we sold out of the book.
Well, see, I know things.
Oh, Stacey's got
I
the
know
secrets.
things, and I might have seen those books come in this morning.
Did they come in this morning?
They did come in this morning, so we might be all right.
We've got enough. Don't
if
you
Kelly's
worry.
watching, Kelly might be able to go and find.
We've got enough. Don't worry.
Stash of books.
For £24.95, you can get all of this. You can get the incredible template book with all of your words, letters, numbers, and those fantastic templates included. You're going to get 45 meters of the craft wire, and you're going to get your tools included on this one as well. And then our brand new templates that we've brought to you today are our Easter bundle and our Mother's Day bundle, both available on the website for you to order. Your Mother's Day bundle has 18 fantastic designs in, and your Easter one has 20 incredible designs on, all perfectly ready for you to just print out onto your printer and follow the designs. We've got fantastic words for you. We've got incredible artwork. The chicken and the sheep are definitely our favourites here in the office. £3.99 to grab your hands on these ones. If you've already bought yourself the craft wire bundle, then this is a great time to stock up on that wire. You can get the 45 metres of wire on its own, £11.97 if you want to get that, and you get 45 metres, and then add in these extra special bundles. And I think this is just a start for our bundles, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I think we'll be definitely doing new bundles for all of the incredible occasions we've got coming up throughout the year. So make sure you do not miss out on your chance to get our downloadable craft wire template bundle. Just remember, you have to be logged in to be able to get them downloaded on your page. Right, Stace, back to you.
Well, I had 2 demos, but I don't know whether we've got time for 2 demos. So I'll just show you the other demo. But this was our really cute little bunnies. Let's bring this in here. So you can see these are our 2 bunnies from the new set.
Yeah.
And then this is the bunny from the handbook.
They
and you
look
can
so
see
good together.
how, and what I was going to do was put him in the middle, put that there, and then we Natalie found me a nice little sweet Easter sentiment from the, I think it's the Matastic book.
I think that sentiment's in both books though.
Is it?
Yeah.
And then that would have been our card. But I feel like this next one is going to be, it's going to be more techniques again. So we definitely need to do this one. So I've done the duck already. This is our Easter bundle. I'm saying, I'm
yes,
looking at
it is.
Yeah, Easter.
Your little duck from your Easter bundle.
Now you can use the little border that you get. Let's just have a look.
Angela said she is totally inspired. I'll be wire crafting today. Make sure you get your new bundles, Angela.
So you've got your duck. Obviously, wire is great because it's double-sided. So you can just turn it around. You can have it whichever way you want.
I love that. You can have 2 ducks together.
You could.
Oh my goodness, do you remember those rubber ducks you could buy and they were like themed?
Yeah.
You could
just
theme
do
your rubber ducks.
You
So
could
you
do,
could do like bow ties, because we've got bow ties.
We've got bow
ties. You could make a boy and a girl.
Or you could put a little ribbon round it.
Oh my goodness.
Round his little neck there. Or you could, you know those little rubber duck games?
Yeah.
The little...
With the magnets.
You can make loads of little ones.
I wonder if you could get like a little magnet and it would pick up the wire.
Possibly, yeah. So you could use this as the little waves if you wanted to, the little water. You could extend this as long as you want and have it with the duck. However, Natalie came up with this brilliant idea of, why don't we crimp some wire?
I don't think it was me. I think it was someone who commented and asked if we could crimp the wire.
Well,
And,
whoever you are,
and we
you're a
decided
genius
to try
because look how amazing this is. Look at it.
It totally transforms the looks of your images. One thing I would say is it's a lot more softer when it's crimped. Yeah. I think you need to be quite careful if you're doing any like really fun shapes with it. But it looks phenomenal.
So what we want to do, it is a little bit tricky to hold everything. It's not like paper. You kind of have to do a bit of magic. But then it's as easy as that. And it just comes out. Look at it.
It's so good.
It's great.
You wouldn't think you'd be able to put this through your paper crimper, but you absolutely can. And it looks...
I know.
It's just so fun. I mean, your words in like paper crimped are going to be awesome.
I know. That'd be amazing.
You're going to have to pass me the paper crimper so I can do something.
Oh, go on then.
Thank you.
So we're going to make a little, is it 4x4? Is this 4x4? Yeah, little 4x4 card. And another technique we're going to do is how to colour your little duck really easily, because you don't want to keep guessing, you know, where you're putting it or anything like that. So you could do this with your pens if you wanted to. I just thought it would be really good with watercolour pencils. and I'll show you why. So let's get our watercolour pencils. We're going to go in with our yellow, and we're just going to hold it in place and trace around here really loosely. It does not have to be exact at all. You'll see the logic in a minute.
Also love the noise that this makes.
Natalie's just having great fun over there, crimping everything. We won't see her again for the rest of the day. Then we're going to move it, and you've got that outline, which then you can, because these are watercolour pencils, on watercolour card, you can really quickly almost like scribble that colour on, and it does not have to be exact at all because we're going to use our water brush. So you've got that base colour on. I've gone with a slightly orangey colour. It's more like a peach, that. And I've just added some almost like shading. But again, it doesn't have to be proper shading. It can just be hints of colour just to add a little bit of depth. And then we're going to go in with our water brush that I stole from Natalie. And I would always have a piece of scrap first, just to make sure that you've got your right level of water that you want. You don't want to...
You don't want to flood the page, do you?
No. So, then we can just move all that colour around, and this is... I love our new watercolour card, it's great. And we're just blending all that colour so you can't see any of the actual sort of colour marks on the page. And you can go out of the lines a little bit, just spread it ever so slightly. Like, because obviously you've drawn inside the line of the craft white and you want it out a little bit. And you can see that is not exact colouring at all, but when you add in your little duck, just adds that little splash of colour without it being too...
It's very cute.
Too dark, and it's not exact at all, so it's great if you're
It also looks really good with your alcohol markers as well, so you can use both of those things.
Just gonna need it to dry.
I think the heat tool will be plugged in if you want to get the heat tool out.
It's not soaking, so it's alright, I think. So this is obviously quite a flat design. There's no overlap of wire, so you can kind of put your dots everywhere because you know that all the wire is going to touch the paper. So we're going to stick that on, and I love how it sticks like automatically. Look,
I know, that's my favourite thing about it. You think it's going to fall off and it doesn't. It holds it perfectly.
It's just really good. So then we've got our crimped, and I've gone in with 3 different colours. I've gone in with the dark blue, I've gone in with like a lighter blue, and then almost like a turquoise. And then we're gonna like bend it into some water shapes.
We've got a crazy question here.
Oh, go on.
Could you make a shape like the duck and then crimp it afterwards? I mean, I'm willing to try it for you, but I would definitely recommend crimping the wire first. But I'll try it. I'll try it with this N that I did earlier.
I think
we'll try it after Stacey's done this demo.
Oh, you mean craft the whole shape?
Yeah.
Like in one go?
Craft the shape and then put the shape through. Do you know what as well? I've got my crazy carrot. I've got my crazy carrot I can do. So I've got my carrot that I did before. I mean, this is the mum that I've just crimped and put together, so you can see how different the text looks with that gorgeous little rippled effect. But let's try it for you. This is what we're here for, isn't it? So I'm just going to pop this in, make sure it's got my wire first, and then let's pop it in and see what sort of effect we get, shall we? You can obviously run it front and back in there. I think the only thing with this is going to be dependent on how and where your wire is. So it has crimped it, but as you will see, these edges that are straight have not crimped as well as the longer edges. So definitely for that reason, crimp the wire first and then shape it, and it's going to give you a really fun look to your words and letters. So there you go, tried it for you.
Thanks,
So
Nat.
you don't have to.
So I've gone ahead, I've just shaped them really loosely into water and added 3 different colours. Please don't use your scissors to cut off this. I know it's really tempting because it's one of them things that's like, it's almost like paper, so
yeah.
I'll just do that. You have to hold them in place while you cut them because it has
how
crimped.
sweet that is. That's the most adorable little like welcome to the world card.
Well, I've got a little hello little one sentiment to go with it.
Perfect.
So let's get rid of all that. I'm going to put tape on my card blank, not on the back, because I've already got the wire.
Faith said they just said that crimping the wire would soften it. It does soften it, but you can still bend it. We've got proof there in the mum that I've just bent. So I crimped this wire and then I bent it into shape. So although it does soften the wire, it also is still sort of durable enough to be able to take the shapes and keep the shape as well. So don't feel scared to crimp it and then shape it, because it does work. We're just wanting to let you know that you need to be a little more careful when bending that into shape. Look how adorable that is. I love that.
And I would probably put the sentiment on a foam pad and maybe mat and layer it, but it's the technique of the wire that we wanted to show you today.
Well, Stacey, I'm going to reiterate Sue's comment that it's been so fun for you to be on today, and you are such a good teacher.
Thanks everyone, that means a lot.
So we hope that you've loved today's show. It has been super fun. We will definitely be adding more templates to our template library for using with our craft wire. We hope you get onto the website and download them and get crafting along with them. There's so many fun ones. What is it in total? 39 brand new templates across both of the Mother's Day and Easter bundle for you to grab your hands on. But yeah, have a go, get crafting, and remember to send us pictures of the makes that you create with your craft wire, and we'll be able to show those on our Share Your Makes bit of the show. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your Tuesday. I'm back tomorrow with Kat, but coming up this afternoon on Hobby Maker, Anne-Marie has a brand new Stickables collection. Do not miss it. She is there at 1 and 7 with the brand new Stickables, and at 3 p.m. Easter Cheer is back in stock.
Woohoo!
You can be using your Easter Cheer templates with your Easter Cheer Deluxe Craft Pad and your Easter in Bloom dies. We are fully in Easter mode here, aren't we?
Now we just need eggs. Chocolate
need eggs. Who's got the eggs? I think Anne ate them. Anne brought some mini eggs in and she ate them all on the same day.
We could just go at lunchtime and just buy
We're going to go buy some eggs
for lunch.
Thank you all for joining us. I'm sure you will agree, Stacey has been such a great teacher. If you've got any questions or anything about the craft wire, send them into us here, whether it's customer service or on the show. We'll always be able to answer them for you. Have a lovely rest of your Tuesday. Make sure you catch Anne-Marie on Hobby Maker with that gorgeous Stickables collection. And I'll be here tomorrow with Kat to give you an in-depth look of that brand new, fantastic... Who wrote that pun? Was that you, Jess?
No, not me actually.
Oh, that was terrible. But we'll see you all in the morning.